نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Peace and salutations be upon Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Respected viewers, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As believers in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we all are blessed with something very special and amazing, and that is the aspect of dua, calling out to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And with regards to calling out to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have a wonderful series planned, because what better way to call unto Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than by using the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah Himself has taught us in the Qur'an. The Qur'an, which is a book of guidance, is full with so many supplications and amazing du'as. So join us as we embark on this journey of supplications from the Qur'an, the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And to start off this series, we look at one of the most important aspects for every single believer, and that is the aspect of submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When we submit to Allah, then we are literally handing ourselves over entirely to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are ready to comply with every order that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. We are ready to abstain from every prohibition that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has asked us to abstain from. So with regards to the aspect of submission, we look at verse number 128 of Surah Al-Baqarah, which is the second chapter of the Holy Qur'an. This supplication, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teaches us to say the following words: رَبَّنَا وَجْعَلْنَا مُسْلِمَيْنِ لَكَ وَمِنْ ذُرِّيَّتِنَا أُمَّةً مُسْلِمَةً لَكَ. Rabbana waj'alna muslimaini. Oh Allah, make us from the true Muslims, true believers and individuals that submit to you. But then you don't only stop there. You say, وَمِن ذُرِّيَّتِنَا أُمَّةً مُسْلِمَةً لَكَ. And oh Allah, make from our progenies such individuals that will entirely submit to you, O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. By us making this dua, we are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His help and assistance to make us from those that submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So let us get into the habit and make it a practice, if not on a daily basis or at all times, to make this dua. رَبَّنَا وَجْعَلْنَا مُسْلِمَيْنِ لَكَ وَمِنْ ذُرِّيَّتِنَا أُمَّةً مُسْلِمَةً لَكَ. O Allah, make us from those that submit to your commands. O Allah, make our progeny such individuals that will be in total submission to every command of yours, O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because as we mentioned right at the beginning, if we have the aspect of submission in our life, it makes it so much more easier to comply with all the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that is the first supplication on this wonderful journey of supplications from the Qur'an. Verse number 128 of Surah Al-Baqarah: رَبَّنَا وَجْعَلْنَا مُسْلِمَيْنِ لَكَ وَمِنْ ذُرِّيَّتِنَا أُمَّةً مُسْلِمَةً لَكَ. O Allah, make us from those that submit entirely to you. O Allah, make our progenies such individuals that will entirely submit to all the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from those that truly submit to Him. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.